The Canada Council for the Arts proposed a large question to us. What stuck out to our group was the background on the challenge. It reads, systemic barriers lead to a persistent lack of equity, diversity, and inclusion in the arts, particularly in the workforce and publicly funded organizations' programming. This has limited the participation and advancement of artists from underserved and marginalized groups. This includes artists from Indigenous, Black, racialized, deaf, disability, and 2 SLGBTQ and gender diverse communities, women and artists at intersections of these identities. This inequity, exacerbated by COVID-19, leads to unfair access to funding, access to show or produce their work, access to venues or exhibitions or publishing, etc. We have narrowed our focus into equitable and discrimination-free funding support for individuals with visual and audible disabilities. Based on our research, individuals with disabilities require greater support in art making, not just viewing. Additionally, people with disabilities have expressed a desire for greater opportunity to develop their skills as artists. To begin the journey to a more equitable and discrimination-free funding support, we propose that the CCA host an ongoing creative art workshop for those with visual and audible disabilities that will be displayed in a way of their participants' choosing. This workshop will include creative supplies and resources for participants to use freely. In order to determine what supplies are desired and which Canadian communities are interested, we suggest that prior to the start of the workshop, it be advertised along with an online survey made available by the CCA targeting individuals with visual and audible disabilities. We acknowledge the possibility of unwanted outcomes such as a lack of interest or low participation and distorted representation. In consideration of this, we have attempted to include those with disabilities in most of the decision-making steps and want to encourage feedback throughout the implementation process. We recognize this proposal as a step towards greater equitable and discrimination-free funding support, not an overall solution. In June 2021, the CCA announced that they will be receiving an additional $75 million federal government investment to use for sector recovery. We propose that either the $20 million said to be used for research, creation, and production of work, or the $25 million for sector innovation be utilized in the implementation of our proposal. Access to more equitable and discrimination-free funding support is a big step that requires continuous efforts by creating additional programs and opportunities for those with disabilities. We hope that our proposal will help the CCA develop a stronger relationship with the disabled community that is receptive to their specific needs and shows a commitment to building a better relational environment.